In this video, we are going to discuss about functions in Python. So firstly, we must know that what is a function. A function is a group of statement that performs a specific task. So a group of statement which are combined together to perform a specific task are known as function. So function helps to reduce the line of code and break the code into small section. So obviously if we group the statements, then code is automatically reduced. So it is a much beneficial thing that we use a function. Basically function are used in code and it makes it more organized and manageable. Now in Python, we have three types of function, and those are firstly user defined. Second, we have built-in functions. And the third type we have is lambda function. We will discuss about each in detail. So firstly, the user-defined function, as the name suggests, that user-defined functions are made by user according to their requirement. This particular function is user-defined if it is made by the user itself according to its requirement. So that is specifically a user-defined function. Now, how can we define a function? For that, to define a function, we use the def keyword. This keyword is used to define the function with parenthesis. And we pass the parameters and arguments in the parenthesis. And to close the function, we use the return expression. So with the use of def keyword, firstly we define a particular function and then we give in parenthesis the parameters, and then lastly, after the statements given in that function, return is an expression which is used to close the function. We use the return expression. Now how can we call a particular function? After defining a function, we need to call a function to perform the task. It is called calling of a function and we pass the argument. Let us understand this with the help of example. For example, you can take as if I want to add two numbers, and rather than taking the writing a plus b and all that, I just want to use a function. So how can I do that? So firstly, I will use the def keyword to initialize or define a particular function, and I'm naming my function as add. Okay, and in it is having two parameters, a and b. So this is how I am defining this particular function, and what it will return when this particular function is called, addition of a and b, that is a plus b it is going to return. Next, what I'm going to do, take input from the user, and for that we know that a int input, and here you can write enter the value of a, and similarly for b also. And next, for calling a particular function, how can we call a particular function? Then we have to write that, let's say I'm writing that in the print statement only, print, in quotes I will write sum is equal to, here I'm going to call the function which I have named, and I'm going to write add, and here I'm passing the values of a and b which I have taken from the user. This is how we can write a function code in Python. So let us execute this code also and see that what generates the sum of two numbers. Firstly, we are going to define a function, and for that we use the keyword def, and I am naming my function as add, and then we have to pass the parameters here, and I'm adding two numbers, so I'm passing a and b here. And in return, while we close this function, we have to write in return we are adding the two numbers, that is a plus b. So this will return the a plus b, the addition of both the numbers it is going to return. Next, what I have to do is I have to take the input for two numbers, that is a and b. So for that we use int input, and here we write that enter the values. So I'm writing enter a, and similarly we are going to take the input for b also, and write here enter B. So we have taken the input from both the values also, and next what we need to do is we need to call the function. So for that, in the print statement I am only calling, and it is going to print the sum. So the sum is, and next I am calling the function which we have initialized as add, and I am passing the values of parameters which will be taken the input from the user A and B. So this is the code. Now as I run this particular cell, it firstly asks me to enter the value of A that I am entering as 10, and next is asked me to enter the value of B, so that I am entering as 12, and as I press enter you can see it prints that the sum is 22 of 10 and 12. So this is how we can just declare a function with the help of def keyword and then use the return, that what this function will return when this function is called in the program. After taking the input, it is printing the sum. So this is a very basic program to create a function and use it. Next, we are going to discuss about the different types of argument in function. Here you can see that we have passed the arguments. Here you can see A and B, and similarly the A, B arguments which we have passed. Now in functions only and in user defined only, there is a category that different types of arguments in Python function. So the first type of argument which is there, that is required. That is required argument. Now this required argument are the argument passed to the function in correct positional order, means exact position order you have to pass the argument. Here the number of arguments in the function called should match exactly with the function definition. For example, this we can say is a required argument. If there are two parameters passed, two arguments, then you have to give the value of two numbers, otherwise it will show an error. So A and B are the required argument, and without that you cannot perform the call of function. You cannot call this function if there are no A and B in the program that is written. So this is an example which we can say is of a required argument. Next we come to the keyword argument. The next type is keyword argument. Now this keyword argument is that the order does not matter. When we call the function and we define the arguments with their respective value, like it works like, as the name is keyword, key and the value. So the order doesn't matter, that what is the order which you are giving. For example, we are defining a function that will display the name and age, and we are printing the name and age first, and if you change the order also in function calling, then it will display with the same name only. So let us execute a program and then you will get a more clear picture about the keyword argument. So here if I define a function and that is going to display name age, so I'm naming the function as disp, and I'm giving the arguments which are there as firstly name and the second argument is age, and firstly it is going to print the name and then it is going to print the age, and then it will return the same thing which we have given here. It will return that also. So we have closed the particular function. Now while the function is called, so if I say that this is how I have called the particular function, and now if I firstly give the value of age, then does it change? No, it will print according to the keyword only with the respective keyword. Order of argument does not matter here. So what you have to do is you give age here first. Let's say you give the age here 21, and then you give the name, and for example you give the name as ABC, and when you execute this particular cell, then you can see here that it displays ABC and then age. That means it knows that with the specific keyword you have given the values, so it doesn't matter also even you give the age first or name later on. In this type of argument, the order of argument doesn't matter, and that is the keyword argument. Next we are going to discuss about the default argument. Now the default argument works when an argument value is not provided in the function calling, then it takes a default value that is already defined in the function. Now if an argument value is provided in the function calling, then default value is avoided. So when the value is not provided, then it prints by the default value only. So if in this program only we change the particular value, and in this function only we do that, let's say we also increase a field that is salary, and I give here the default value as 20,000. This is the value which I give, and rest all the things are same, and here I'm just going to increase that print salary field also. Okay, so this is what it is going to print. And if I execute this cell again, then here you can see I have not given the value, but it is taking by default this value only. And if here I mention the value, for example, I give the value for salary also, and then I execute this set of code, then here you can see it doesn't takes the default value, it takes the value which you have given. So these are the types of argument which you can pass in the function. Next we are going to discuss about the built-in functions in Python. So now we are going to discuss about the built-in function, and we have discussed about the arguments also, and last which we discussed with the help of example only was default. So after that we have built-in function, that is another type of function, and a function that is built into an application and can be accessed by the user is called a built-in function. And Python has a number of built-in function. For example, in all the programs till now we use a function named print. So this is a built-in function which actually gives the object on screen of any standard output devices. We have also used the functions such as list, tuple, set, length to calculate the length, type to know the data type of any particular object, that it is string, integer or what. And these all are the built-in functions which are already there in any application, then they are said to be built-in. For example, if we take a list only, let's say if I take this particular list and it is not ordered, that means elements are in just written on. And if I want to sort this particular list, so for that what can I do? I can use the sorted method which we have studied. Now this sorted is also actually a built-in method that will sort the list, or we can use the reverse method also to reverse the particular list. Now if you want to sort the list without this built-in function, then the code will be too long. You have to write a long code for sorting that. So with the use of built-in functions, we can sort a list and make other things also, in which we have done in our previous programs also. So let us use this built-in function to see the use of it. So firstly, I'm going to create a list, and in that particular list, I'm going to give number in any order. So this is the list which I have created. And next I am going to create another list for storing the sorted list, and what that list is going to do, I am going to use the sorted. Here you can see it is a built-in method that I am using, sorted, and this method I am going to use, and in this particular method what I am going to pass is that list which we have created to sort that list, and then I am going to print the sorted list, that is the S list. So these are all the built-in, that's why we get such options and descriptions of these methods or these functions. Now when I execute this particular cell, you can see here it returns me a sorted list. The code is reduced because of built-in function only, otherwise you have to implement another logic, and that would automatically you have to write a long code. So built-in functions makes things easy to use by any programmer. Next we are going to discuss about lambda function. So lambda functions in Python are those functions which are anonymous. That means a function without a name. So those functions which are without a name are known as lambda functions. And to create a small anonymous function, lambda keyword is used. For creating such a small function which is anonymous and we don't want to give the name, then we use the name as lambda, and we use this particular keyword. Now how to declare a particular function as lambda? What we have to do is simply write lambda, the argument, and then the expression. This is how you can do that. For example, if I want to multiply a number with 2, then how can I do that? And if I want to create a function without a name for that, so what I have to do is, firstly I have to firstly int, let's say this is the data type which we are giving, and then lambda x into 2, and then you can simply write the print statement and pass the argument That is, for example, if I want to calculate 5 into 2, this is what I do. And when you execute this cell, it will print the output as 10. So this is the very small function which we have done with the help of lambda keyword. Now it executes the same. Rather than you do this particular thing that you use a def keyword to define a function and that name is as, let's say, multiply only, and then you pass the argument as x and you do return x into 2. So both the things will do the same thing only, but here what you have to do, you have to just write a single line only. Whereas in other you have to write nearly the same code, as you have to define the function and then you have to return, and then you have to ask the user for the value, that input the value or whatever things you need to do for executing that particular code. So both this code, either you use the lambda code or either you define a function, will do the same purpose, but it reduces the code writing also, and there is just one single line you have to write for execution of a function. So now let us execute lambda function also. So firstly, we have to write the lambda keyword, and here you can see, so the lambda keyword, and then I will use the, firstly I have to write the so here you can see, after giving the data type, we use the keyword lambda, and then I have to give the argument, that is x, and then I have to give the expression, what I want to do, that x into 2. After doing this, I just have to write the print and pass the argument, that is if I want to calculate 5 into 2. So this is a code cell, and when I execute this thing, it returns me 10, which is quite same if I use, def lambda, and like this if I do. Particularly if I do like this, that def and defining a function and then into 2, that could be also done, but lambda is done when you need to create just a small function for printing something or executing a code, and it is an anonymous function. So by the end of this video, we have discussed about the functions in Python, that is user defined, built-in and lambda, and also we have discussed about the arguments that could be passed in the user defined function.